Philadelphia Eagles is ready for football season. Want to join the fun? Download the BetMGM app to get started and place your bets with us all season long. Whether you're cheering on the Eagles at the stadium or watching the game at your favorite Philly sports bar, you'll always be able to get in on the action with the BetMGM app right in the palm of your hand. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for T's and C's. 21 plus to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Eagles fans. Are you sidelined by joint pain? Rothman's got you. At Rothman Orthopedics, practicing specialized orthopedic care has been their passion for over 50 years. That's 50 years of high-quality, compassionate, affordable care with physicians who are dedicated to advanced treatment options and better outcomes, so you can tailgate like a pro, watch our Eagles fly, and root for our birds like no other fans in the country. Your mobility is our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
Hey, Birds fans, it's the Little Caesars Pizza Pregame Challenge. Enjoy your Little Caesars favorites and earn our best game day rewards. Open the app, accept your challenge, complete your challenge, and earn your reward. Accept, complete, earn, repeat. Little Caesars, official pizza of your Philadelphia Eagles.
Pizza.
Purchase required for reward eligibility. Must be 18 plus and legal resident of the 50 U.S. states, including D.C., and have an account on the Little Caesars app. Available in the Little Caesars app only and at participating stores. See littlecaesars.com/challenges for details.
Since 1904, every great Philly sandwich has started the same way, on an Amoroso's roll, baked fresh every single day. From legendary shops to game day lots, Amoroso's is the MVP. So when it's game day, grab a six-pack of Amoroso's Eagles tailgate rolls at your favorite supermarket. Because the best sandwiches don't just happen, they start with Amoroso's. Why Philly sandwiches are world famous.
First Trust Bank is the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. We give your businesses an edge. Literally.
Woo, it's Brandon Graham, baby. Just started working with businesses. I know y'all out here grinding and need that edge.
We help Philadelphia companies overcome challenges. So contact First Trust Bank.
You know I like that contact.
Right. And we help them reach their potential.
Baby, that's an edge right there. You know it. First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky, the largest workers' compensation law firm in Pennsylvania. With over 250 years of combined courtroom experience, we've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits, as well as some of the biggest settlements in the state. Even better, Pond Lehocky doesn't charge a dime until you win. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lehocky a call.
BetMGM, an official partner of the Philadelphia Eagles, is ready for football season. Want to join the fun? Download the BetMGM app to get started and place your bets with us all season long. Whether you're cheering on the Eagles at the stadium or watching the game at your favorite Philly sports bar, you'll always be able to get in on the action with the BetMGM app right in the palm of your hand. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for T's and C's. 21 plus to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Eagles fans. Are you sidelined by joint pain? Rothman's got you. At Rothman Orthopedics, practicing specialized orthopedic care has been their passion for over 50 years. That's 50 years of high-quality, compassionate, affordable care with physicians who are dedicated to advanced treatment options and better outcomes, so you can tailgate like a pro, watch our Eagles fly, and root for our birds like no other fans in the country. Your mobility is our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
94 WIP HD1 Philadelphia. Sports Radio 94 WIP presents the Eagles Radio Network. Jalen brought the Hurts to get back into the win column.
Touchdown! DeVonta Smith!
Today, the Eagles look to remain atop the NFC East.
It's just about everybody having that same level of focus to go out there and execute.
In a rematch against the Giants. Today's game is sponsored in part by PNC Bank, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, PDQ Restaurant Point of Sale Systems, your Delaware Valley Honda dealers, Verizon, and Piazza Auto Group. You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Welcome to Madison Spadaro. The Philadelphia Eagles on 3 short initially 1 2 Eagles against and so let's start.
Are you tailgating right now? Stop by the WIP Toyota Tailgate Zone next to the Xfinity Mobile Arena for a chance to win Eagles versus Washington tickets. Thanks to your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud partner of the Eagles. Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL.
Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Tailgating and watching the birds. It doesn't get any better. So stop by your local fine wine and good spirits and grab yourself a 4-pack of Jack and Coke and Jack and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. You can also sample some new flavors in a variety 6-pack as well. All available at your local fine wine and good spirits. And all ready to drink in a can. Jack and Coke. Born for the tailgate. Please drink responsibly. Whiskey Specialty. 7% ABV. Jack Daniels Distillery. Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks of Jack Daniels Properties, Inc. Coca-Cola is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Looking for beautiful, high-quality furniture for your home? Look no further than Bucks County Estate Traders. Skip the big chains and discover their massive showroom in Hatfield, packed with 16,000 unique pieces, where you can furnish your whole home in one easy visit. Shop comfortably and get it delivered locally or wherever you are. Thanks to their exclusive white glove carrier network, Bucks County Estate Traders handles delivery nationwide, so you can save time, effort, and money. Visit buckscountyestatetraders.com or their showroom in Hatfield today.
Hey, it's Joe to Camera. As you know, Thanksgiving is one of the busiest travel times of the year. If you're hitting the road to see family, make sure your car is road ready for your trip, starting with tires. Right now at United Tire, when you buy 2 or more tires, you'll get $50 off any other service your car needs. Brakes, oil change, inspections, you name it. Before you hit the highway for your Thanksgiving trip, make sure your car is ready for the ride. So stop by United Tire and Service. Don't drive alone. Drive United. Visit UnitedTire.com.
It's a long season, but one thing is sure. Birds football is sure to make your heart skip a beat. But that flutter you feel in your chest could also be something else, like AFib, atrial fibrillation, a serious heart condition that needs expert care from an all-pro team like Deborah Heart and Lung Center. One thing is certain, all season long, Team Green is sure to make your heart flutter, maybe even skip a beat now and then. Just remember, when it's your heart, you don't take chances. DemandDeborah.org. Go Birds.
It's football season. Time to fire up the grill and bring your A game to the tailgate. Whether it's delicious Hatfield bacon to kick off your day or a tender, juicy marinated pork tenderloin sizzling for halftime, Hatfield's got your menu covered for every fan feast. From the coin toss to the final whistle, Hatfield brings bold flavor to every play. Find your game day favorites at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for each other, stepping up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years, and that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
Know what's below, because even minor excavation projects like installing a mailbox, building a patio, or putting up a fence can do major damage. Contact 811 before you dig, or visit pa1call.org to submit a locate request to have underground utilities marked. This Eagles season, get in the game in Acme and enter their Swoop In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Eagles tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Download the Acme app or visit acmemarkets.com/swoopinandwin for more details. Plus, save 5% when you shop on game days wearing your Eagles apparel. Acme makes sure Eagles fans have all their game day needs. Don't miss the football deal of the week. Nabisco family-sized Triscuits, Ritz crackers, Chips Ahoy, or Tate's cookies, all $3.99 each. Acme, the official supermarket of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Celebrate the Philadelphia Eagles' historic World Championship victory with the official fan jewelry collection from Jason of Beverly Hills. Shop everything from rings and necklaces to bracelets, earrings, and more. All inspired by the 2024 championship rings worn by the team. This exclusive collection honors the heart, grit, and glory of the Eagles' triumph on football's biggest stage. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of Eagles history. See the entire line now at jasonofbh.com/Eagles.
Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Tailgating and watching the birds. It doesn't get any better. So stop by your local fine wine and good spirits and grab yourself a 4-pack of Jack and Coke and Jack and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. You can also sample some new flavors in a variety 6-pack as well. All available at your local fine wine and good spirits. And all ready to drink in a can. Jack and Coke, born for the tailgate. Please drink responsibly. Whiskey Specialty, 7% ABV. Jack Daniels Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old Number 7 are registered trademarks of Jack Daniels Properties, Inc. Coca-Cola is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network.
Well, I agree with that. And to me, that's the, if there is one thing to take from losing 2 weeks to this team is they're going to have that fire about them, right? Like a little revenge spot against it. Because again, that hasn't happened around here in a long time, and certainly not
long ago. So, that's also the benefit of playing the Giants on a quick turnaround, and you get them at home. Is that that motivation is there, and that fresh ass whooping that they took up there in the Meadowlands on Thursday night is still fresh in their minds.
Well, you guys, both you, Ike, and you talk about this a lot as former players, obviously. Like, the divisional games are always tougher, physically, right? Did you guys ever play twice in 3 weeks? A divisional opponent?
I'm sure we did at some point.
It feels like that.
No, I remember. I can't remember the exact time.
Oh, you mean whether or not it was a divisional opponent? No, we may not have done that.
I think that's an added layer of toughness for the game today.
Yeah.
It's almost like
it's
like a
tough,
halftime.
It's tougher for the Giants because the Giants are snugged in their beds like they already got to win. That game meant a lot to them. Then they go out there and they carry the momentum and they play well out in Denver, but they blow that game.
Yeah.
So I think the impact of losing that game in the fashion in which they lost it, coupled with you got the revenge factor at home for the Eagles, this is a big game for the Eagles today. Even without AJ, even without Cam Jerks.
So it's not a stop points game, but it is a must-win game. You
can't lose
You can't lose this one going into the bye week. And it's also, let's be real, the Giants have belief to an extent. We've done so many of these pregame shows where they're playing the Giants, and their season's cooked by the time kickoff starts. This is kind of the Giants' season today. If they win today, they can still have some belief. If you lose, it's over.
Let me just say this, and this was so cute about the little Giants fans out here. That feel good about the situation and where they are. Don't think that I don't recognize what's going on. See, the Giants will embrace the rivalry of the Philadelphia Eagles because you know why? It gives them a chance to be in the spotlight.
Yes.
They're a downtrodden team that's been a failure in this league for over a decade. They had 2 good runs in the last 20-something years. Granted, it resulted in a Super Bowl, but for the most part, they've been an embarrassment as an organization. So to attach yourself to the Philadelphia Eagles in a rivalry, it actually brings credence to the New York Giants. And that's why they're excited to be in this game. It's because they're riding the coattails of the actual Eagles.
If we call it for what it is.
They're just happy to be here.
Yeah, they're just happy to be here.
In the last 14 years, they've been the Browns of the NFC.
Yes.
That's what they've been.
Yeah, so I agree with all that, but the Eagles created this problem by losing that game. If the Eagles would have beat the Giants, we're not sitting here talking about the belief the Giants have. The Giants, that was their Super Bowl to an extent.
Yeah.
And they won. And
we remember the damn scatter move, backflips, and all of that nonsense.
Jackson Dart said it was a huge
Dart
game.
want a Dougie. He want to do all of that. Well, we got something for you today.
Look, you brought his name up. I think it's a huge part. I think that Kobe has added a toughness to the defense. He's been back.
Yeah.
That in retrospect, they injury. Maybe he'll be a part-time player. I think he could end up being a super important player on this defense. Last week against Minnesota, he was awesome. And so I think today, especially when Cam Skadaboo and Jackson Dart are going to think they're running all over, Kobe's a big part of that.
I agree with that. And against the run, he helped last week. And look, I agree with you guys. It's a huge game. With the way the schedule is after the bye, today is a huge game. It's a bigger game than I thought when the schedule came out. Because after this, it's Green Bay, it's Detroit.
Yeah.
That Dallas game looks like it's going to matter. This is a must-win, a big one. All right, guys.
They all matter,
No,
Joe.
I know, but this one
matter.
This one matters a lot. You know what the next 2 weeks are going to be around here. 6-2, heading into the deadline. is. If it doesn't go well, it's going to be a disaster. All right, guys, we spent a good 10 minutes on the football game that's going to be played. Now, can we get to the elephant in the room? Well, the A.J. Brown situation. Let's talk about it. A.J. Brown is not playing today with a hamstring injury. That's one part of this, and let's hope he gets ready for the post-bye. But, Elliot, the other part is everything being talked about around the A.J. Brown situation. Yesterday, Diana Rossini getting quotes from Jeff Lurie saying, we'll do what's best for the team. He was presented with the idea, what if A.J. Brown asked for a trade? Adam Schefter threw out last night, the Philadelphia Eagles are not expected to trade A.J. Brown, but he did write in his article the Eagles would be willing to listen to any trade offer for A.J. Brown. Elliot, your take on what's going on here?
Yeah, I think as long as A.J. Brown wants to be an Eagle, he'll be an Eagle. Like, I don't think the Eagles are calling other teams and saying, what we really hope A.J. is on the team in that huge game against the Packers. The wild card here that I can't answer, the Eagles can't answer, is how does A.J. feel, right? Like, we can only, and I'm in the locker room, he seems in good spirits, but we're left to interpret social media posts, we're left to interpret silence after games. So if A.J. wants to be here, A.J. will be here. But over the next 10 days, I can't predict what A.J.'s going to want.
Ike, what's your read on the situation? I mean, I know there's a sense out there like, hey, this is a bunch of nothing. But it's not, because not every, there's a reason why these articles are coming out. There's a reason why Adam Schefter says they're not expected to trade him, because when there's smoke, sometimes there is fire in the NFL.
Yeah. Listen, there's certainly smoke there. I don't know how much smoke is there. It's not a fire just yet. But, you know, I think Elliot said it as best thing. It boils down to A.J. Brown being happy here. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I mean, why would the Eagles want to trade A.J. Brown?
Right.
They gave him a new contract. They understand the contract ramifications. They certainly envision him being an Eagle his entire career, or certainly for the foreseeable future. He's an Eagle great. Why would they want to trade A.J. other than the fact that A.J. wants to be traded or is not happy? So if he's sending mixed signals that you don't know if he absolutely wants to be here, because it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to act a different way. So only the Eagles know absolutely, along with A.J., how much he wants to be here and remain an Eagle. And that encompasses everything that comes with playing in this offense, being a receiver in this offense, and being a player in this town. Either you want to be a part of it or you don't. You don't get to parse which parts you like of it and say, I wish it was this, but it's not. Since it's not that, I'm not happy. So he's sending off signals that he's not happy. I wish it was clear signals that he was happy being here, playing for the Eagles, but he controls a lot of this.
Yep.
I mean, he controls this. So I don't think the Eagles want to trade him. I certainly wouldn't trade him. But you can't have somebody here that wants to indicate he's unhappy all the time. 2 days after they won the Super Bowl, he was not satisfied with winning the Super Bowl, so much so that he felt the need to post that during a celebratory time and highlight how much he prefers to dominate an individual player versus winning a championship.
That post set the stage for
that's him.
Yep.
That's him posting that. Like that's him posting that. So I'm just saying, I don't know what will make him happy. If he's not happy, then what are you gonna do? Keep somebody here who's not happy?
No, I agree. If AJ wants to be traded, they should consider trading him. Like you don't want him in the locker room if he doesn't want to be here. But to your point about the Super Bowl social media post, the post after the Tampa game, like AJ could end this right now. He could pick his phone up, tweet, I love being Eagle, I can't wait to try to repeat, all this trade speculation silly. And that would be it. Like, it would be over. So he has the ability to put an end to this, and he's not done it. Like, AJ is one of the smartest social media players I've covered. He knows the weight his voice carries. He knows the weight of all his social media posts, and it's been mostly silence other than posts that are interpreted as him being unhappy. We don't hear this about DeMonte. We don't hear this about Saquon. We don't hear it about Dallas Goedert. We don't hear it about Jalen Hurts.
No other player on the team.
So AJ is doing this to himself, and he can end it by just posting like that quickly. But he has not.
What's on the menu? Sponsored by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. Head to simplyhatfield.com to find a retail location near you. Hugh, what's your read on where we're at with the AJ thing? We are, about 9 days away from the NFL trade deadline, and every day it seems like there's a different story out there about AJ and the connection around the league.
What they said, Joe. No, but seriously. I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. And Diana Rossini, I know that there's a lot of folks that want to try to discredit the reporting that she's doing, but I look at it like this. A lot of times in this business, you get nuggets. Now, how far you choose to run with those is on you. But I feel like there's something there. The last couple of weeks, and I go back to a conversation that me and Ike had, it was a week ago. And we talked about A.J. Brown having a good game. And I don't know if it was you, Ike, that said it, or it was me. But the conversation, it came up in conversation where he's still not happy. And true to form, this week BG comes back and he sends out a cryptic tweet. He knows exactly what he's doing. I think that he likes being here in Philadelphia. He just doesn't like the situation that he's in right now. I feel like with the offense being disjointed as it is, that he wants to capitalize on his potential legacy. I think that has something to do with it. I think that he doesn't like the fact that there's a lot of times, not outside of last week, that he's not involved in the game plan as much as he would like to be. We go back to the play where Jalen had to tell him to keep running.
Yeah, the first shot last week.
The first shot last week. So I think there's a lot at play here. But the bottom line is this. Today is going to be, and this is where I'm going to recklessly speculate.
Here we go.
If today goes well, this conversation isn't going to go away. Like if today, what I mean by that, if the passing game is there, if Smitty has a hell of a day, then this conversation isn't going to go anywhere.
And the flip side of that is if this offense really struggles today, which it has when AJ's not been out on the field,
we're not going with
then that's another part of it. But the other aspect to this, that's what I'm here for. But the other aspect of this is Jeffrey Lurie talked about AJ yesterday. He was asked straight up, if AJ asked for a trade, what would you say? And I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, we will always do what's best for the team and what helps us win. Now, obviously, we can all sit here and say, well, that means AJ's not going anywhere because he helps them win. I think another aspect of that answer is, how often have we truly covered Eagles situations like this? Like, very rarely is there a situation where a player is demanding out of the Eagles or a player doesn't seem happy with the Eagles and that player remains on the Eagles. Yep. Like, the culture they have there is a big part of why they win. Nick Sirianni talks about it all the time. I thought Jeffrey's answer was a little bit of a reminder to AJ that this is about the team. This is not about you.
I agree. Let me just say this real quick. Earned the right. I understand when people think about, the T.O. situation not getting resolved and what it could have been and whether or not they would have won a Super Bowl had T.O. stayed and they worked that situation out. I understand that questioning and speculation in hindsight. But they've earned the right to make tough decisions that involves the greater picture.
100%.
They've won 2 Super Bowls. They've been sacrificed their culture for any player. They have a proven track record as a team and as an organization that if everyone isn't on board with what the culture and the organization's vision is for the team,
they get your ass up.
Then you don't have to be here. Like the Eagles have earned that. They've earned that with their track record. I don't care who the player is. T.O.'s the second greatest wide receiver ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They rebounded. The organization didn't crumble, right, when they moved on. So my thing is, if a player isn't happy here and can't find a way to fit into the team way of doing things, then the team has to make that tough decision.
Well, the closest parallel, the most recent one, Ike, is Carson Wentz. I mean, we got to the end of that, and look,
he wasn't happy here, so they moved on from it.
There were a lot of people then that were upset. Right now, in revisionist history, it worked out. They took on the biggest dead cap hit in NFL history, And since then, they have won 53 games, been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1. Carson Wentz has won 14.
Yes.
They do deserve the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
If in the
and
next,
that was a bigger risk, Joe.
Of course, it was a quarterback.
That was a much bigger risk.
I got a question.
If they trade him in the next 9 days, people are going to be upset. I trust the Eagles on this.
I got a question.
I think we have to.
I got a question for y'all.
Well, now you can't trade him during the season, Joe. Slow down.
Well, hold on.
This is more off-season talk. I'm not trading him during the season.
I agree. I don't want to. But both reports yesterday did not say they're not trading him. They said they probably won't unless they get a big offer. Right. I thought that was telling. Because, Elliot, those reports could have said yesterday, A.J. wants to be here. They didn't say that. And they also could have said the Eagles are not trading A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
They didn't say that.
Well, and so all this, like we're talking about, is A.J. happy? Is he not? He could make this clear to us, right? Like we're left to interpret how he feels based off his body language, based off his posts, based off not talking to the media. A.J. could make this clear. If you remember last year, Jalen and A.J. had their thing where Brandon Graham said they didn't get along. The next game, they got a touchdown, and Jalen and A.J. celebrated together and did it, right? So we're easily tricked here. Like, just go do something to make us think that everything is okay. But they're not doing that, and that's why we're left to interpretation.
Bottom line is this. Do you guys feel like this has some shades of the Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs thing?
Yes.
The addition, that's why I say today is important, because if they feel like, and I know that he probably won't get traded during the season. Like, I understand.
Well, no, I'm saying I hope he doesn't.
Well, okay. But
But
when you talk about,
I'm still trying to win a Super Bowl this year. I don't think we're winning a Super Bowl without A.J. Brown.
And I totally agree. But
clear.
when you look at Josh Allen's trajectory after they got rid of Stefon Diggs, today might be a day where you see something similar.
It's okay. You're absolutely right. But then I can throw this back at you, Hugh. How many of those Buffalo fans wish they had Stefon Diggs?
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
They probably do.
Based on the guys that they have there now, thankfully, we got Devontae Smith.
Yeah. And
So
especially now since
we're in a better position.
Well, but the other complicating factor
We're in a
of this
better position than Buffalo was with the wide receiver.
Like, do we think the Eagles view Jalen Hurts as Josh Allen? Like,
they should.
Losing AJ
If not better. One has a Super Bowl ring and the other one doesn't.
100%. 100%.
Fight with facts, Elliot.
But I'm just saying, the Eagles without A.J. Brown on the field have been a terrible offense. So it's a small sample size, I get that. But Stefon Diggs is not A.J. Brown, right? Like A.J. has been a massive, massive part of this team's success. So I understand, like, if he doesn't want to be here, I'm with you guys on all that. But A.J. Brown not being on this team is a massive blow to the offense.
Sure.
Not in the same way Stefon was, because Jalen has not shown he can carry this offense without A.J. on the field.
All right, before we move on, Dave Spadaro is going to join us. Devin coming up. Eric Allen, by the way, is going to join us coming up at noon. Hall of Famer Eric Allen. Elliot, I have to ask the question because I wondered it. Do you think there's any connection between him not playing this week, the hamstring, and what's going on? Because when did he get hurt last Sunday? That's what I have struggled with the whole week.
Yeah, it's not clear when he got hurt. If AJ is hurt, AJ is hurt. That's all I can say. Like, he didn't practice all week. He has dealt with hamstring injuries this season. He dealt with one last year. So I do think the timing, obviously, like, if he played for the Cowboys, we'd all be sitting here and going, he's gone, right? Right? But I mean, being at the facility, being around him, like, I think he is hurt.
Okay. Well, hopefully they can get now. And we all think they're going to get through this without him today offensively?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
I have a feeling the pass game is going to look good again today.
I think that's a little too much confidence there. I mean, we've not seen it. They had a great game last week, obviously, but we'll find out. I mean, the passing game has been bad when AJ's not on the field.
In the past.
Well, yeah, we can't say what's been in the future.
Well,
no, but not this year's version.
Here's what's great.
This year's version.
They've had a whole week to game plan without A.J. Brown being in the offense. You have Saquon Barkley as well. So this offense is more than well equipped to go out against this Giants defense.
That allowed 33 points in the fourth quarter last week.
It better be.
And listen, we'll get to it at some point, Joe, I'm sure. But as long as this offensive line does its job, offensive line do their job today, the Eagles win this game.
But don't. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Dave Spadaro is going to join us next. We got a lot to get to. This is the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
The working families of La Una Labor District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Labor District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Neighbors, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Licit Fund.
This is Len Lundy of Lundy Law. When we say we hope you are never involved in an accident, we mean it. But if you're injured in an accident, we will work quickly to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. And when we also say it won't cost you a dime up front, we mean it. Remember our name, Lundy Law. Your injury lawyers. Call 1-800-LUNDY-LAW or visit lundylaw.com.
Did your air conditioner just barely make it through the season banging and chugging along? Ignoring warning signs now will be future use problem. Good news. WM Henderson Cooling and Heating can help. Ensuring your systems run smoothly is our #1 priority. And right now, get $2,000 in upgrades for installing a new HVAC system and 0% interest financing. So, save your future self big trouble and big money with a well-maintained cooling and heating system. Book today at WMHenderson.com.
Up to $3,000 above KBB is based on KBB excellent trade-in condition. Deductions apply for damage, reconditioning, excessive wear and tear, and above average miles. Get paid to trade. At Kia of CherryHill.com, we're offering up to $3,000 over Kelley Blue Book trade-in value for your current vehicle. Get up to $3,000 more for your trade. But that's not all. Shop our massive selection of tariff-free Kias. Upgrade your ride today at Kia of CherryHill.com. That's Kia of CherryHill.com.
Whether it's midfield or in the red zone, our hometown team can handle anything thrown their way. That's why PNC is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network and support the team's dedication to smart, tested tactics. Being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. And just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there is a lot on the line. Having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The Piazza Auto Group is proud to have served as the halftime sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network for over 20 years. As we hope for another championship, it's the perfect time to drive home in the new or certified pre-owned vehicle you've been wanting. The Piazza Auto Group features 18 brands, including Honda, Acura, Mazda, Hyundai, Genesis, Mini, Nissan, Subaru, and Volkswagen. To find the location nearest you or to shop their extensive inventory, visit PiazzaAutoGroup.com.
In this town, champions aren't born, they're built on the field and in care settings across the region. Brandon Graham here to tell you the Philadelphia Eagles and Jefferson Health are teaming up because they know precision matters, because every moment counts, and because care isn't just about what happens on game day, it's about showing up every day for every person in every neighborhood. We're one team with one goal, to care for this community together. Jefferson Health, champions of care.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
When it's game time for your business, trust Brady Plus to get you across the goal line. As a national distributor of janitorial, food service, and industrial packaging supplies, we equip your team with the right gear and the playbook to match. Fast delivery, reliable products, real pros who know the field. At Brady Plus, we don't just deliver boxes. We're calling winning plays. Visit BradyPlus.com. That's BradyPlus.com. Proud partner in sustainability of the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is the Verizon Pregame Show on Eagles Radio.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Ike Reese, Hugh Douglas, Elliot Shore-Sparks, Joe Giglio, Dave Spadaro. Are going to join us here in a minute.
He called him Elliot Shore-Sparks.
Come on.
Hold on.
Did I?
Hold on, Joe. Yeah, you did.
That
was awesome. Wait a minute, I thought you did it on purpose.
Hold up, Hugh. Here's what I want to know. Did my Giants rant not be heard?
No, I don't.
Damn.
No, hold on.
Yeah, you took some shots.
We need to
at
run
some
it back.
guys, man.
So first of all,
How we gonna run it back?
Elliott Shore Sparks,
Run that back.
Elliott Shore Parks, and Dave
Elliott
Spadaro.
Short
He
Parks.
said Elliott Shore.
Yeah.
He called you
That's
Sparks.
what it autocorrects to. Yeah.
It was. Well, that was one where I was thinking Spadaro, and I mixed it up with Parks, and it became Sparks. Dave Spadaro joining us. Dave, how are you?
I'm great. I'm ready to go. Love it inside. Have you been inside, Elliot?
Yeah, it's
Doesn't it
beautiful.
look cool with all the
It
Kelly
does,
green?
yeah.
All the Kelly green out here.
Nostalgic.
So
It is
cool.
nostalgic. NFC East, it is
Great
awesome.
energy.
Dave, so we got a lot to unpack here. All right, let's talk about the injuries and who's going to be up today. So we know no A.J. Brown. Dave, what is that wide receiver core going to look like outside Devontae today?
It'll be Devontae. It'll be Jahan Dotson. It'll be John Mechie. It'll be Darius Cooper. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? I was thinking,
Training
like,
camp darling.
No, I think Coop will be
Training
a.
camp darling,
I think we will
that's
see
crazy.
Coop as like a gunner on special
man,
teams.
we don't wanna
But
see
will
that.
but maybe he plays a little bit. I mean, the Giants.
said we don't wanna see that.
I've been talking to some Giants people in the little last while here. They are so convinced
He's built like
that
AJ.
the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. That the Giants are so decimated at the defensive back situation with two of their players out that the Eagles are going to have a field day throwing the football.
I
Do
agree.
they know AJ's out? Did you tell him that?
Yeah.
They don't seem to care.
All right.
They don't seem to care. That they're like
Elliot, Devontae, I'm telling you, man.
183 last
that
week.
the-
Devontae is he is.
And
This is a chance for him to stake his claim as a number one wide
That's
receiver.
I
why-
agree,
That's why
but
I
He's,
said-
he's right there on that cusp, man. He
He's
is.
had these. We have seen this team without AJ.
I
They've
agree.
always struggled.
I agree.
And
I
the-
agree.
and the
That's why
guy-
I said it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and the guy to go after is cornerback Deontay Banks. That when he went into the game last week against Denver, the Broncos immediately attacked him, and boom, they scored 33 points
Yep.
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter. So look for Deontay Banks being a target.
All right, so that will work if the offensive line can block, Ike. So we know no Cam Jurgensen, so it's Brett Toth up again at center?
Toth.
Yeah, Brett Toth is at center. Now, there's going to be some under center here because I think Brett's a better snapper to Jalen when he's directly under
Okay,
center rather than
rotate.
So
shotgun.
no shotgun.
We'll take
Worked
it.
like last week.
It worked last week,
Yeah.
but there's certainly the Eagles have to do something with the run game, and I want to see how it manifests. I mean, if the Eagles can block the first level,
I'm going
they'll have a
Saquon
chance.
today.
Yeah?
I just feel like a
You
Saquon
going
day.
over?
Yeah.
Over what?
This thing has to break at some point, man. I think
Let
the
me
day
see
is
what
the
that, let me
day
see what
it
that
breaks,
line
man.
looking like.
And
79 and a half.
I would also say this, like Paulson Adebo, their cornerback who's out, leader in the NFL in cornerbacks with tackles. Like he's really good against the run.
So he's aggressive.
He's very aggressive. So I mean, if the Eagles
Play
are going to
action.
run, are they going to
I
hit
was
the
just
edges? They're
thinking-
going
I
to
was
try to run on the
thinking play
edges.
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ike, what did you think of the under center stuff last week? The play, I mean, it worked.
I loved it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now the question is, will we see more of it?
Yeah, I loved it. And here's the deal. You have to have tendency breakers in your offense because if you continue to give these defensive coordinators a steady diet of the same offense and the same formula, they're going to figure out what you're trying to do and stop it. So you got to have tendency breakers. So, and I think the under the center stuff is a great tendency breaker because you can run and pass from under center, and also the play action is there. And from a linebacker's viewpoint, playing the run with the quarterback under center and that running back in the eye or in the dot, it makes it more difficult for me to have to play the pass. I have to commit to that run first. And that's where the play action comes in at. So I love what they did last week. I don't expect every play to be under center, but I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time.
And Saquon this week, I asked him, what's the difference for a running back running under center versus in the shotgun? And he said he's okay with both, but it was pretty clear. He likes running from under center. He can get downfield quicker. He can see the line better.
Yeah.
So I think all the players, I'm pretty sure 10 out of the 11 starters, are very excited about being under center more.
Yeah, look, there's a reason why some of the best offensive coaches in the league use it all the time, right? I always think that kind of stuff makes good quarterbacks look great quarterbacks look elite. I mean, Jalen's a good quarterback. Last week under center, I mean, it was, 4 for 4, 121 yards,
Yeah.
the bomb to Devontae. Let's use it more. All right, Dave, let's talk about the defensive side. We know Brandon Graham's back, but not active today. No Ja'Cory Bennett, so that's second corner and edge. Let's talk through what we're going to see out there today in those spots.
I mean, you'll see Keely Ringo. Mac McWilliams is up, so he might get some time as the Eagles go to a dime situation, rookie draft pick. On the edge, there's three guys. There's who are the three guys? Joshua Uche, Jalix Hunt, and Patrick Johnson. And then I guess we're going to see Jahad Campbell as an edge today.
Campbell.
So then you see Jahad, Nakobe, and Zach Bond on the field at the same time. In a sense, I mean, I don't know how it's going to work with reps,
Yeah.
But I think there's some versatility here, and this is the kind of game where I really look at the coaching staff to see how creative they can be. How can Vic Fangio move his personnel around to be effective? How can Kevin Patullo move his personnel around to be effective? Because there are significant injuries on both sides for both teams.
And Jihad this week spent some time in the edge meeting room. So it seems like they are, starting to try to get him more comfortable at that position.
Yeah,
they have to listen.
No, you got it, because you play linebacker.
I was going to say, you got to have your best 11 defensive players out there on the field, and Jihad Campbell is one of the 11.
Yeah. And
so it's a matter of how you use him out there today.
Yeah, and being a linebacker, pure linebacker, he's going to have to get comfortable with reading his keys just a little bit better. Because like we talked about last week, being a linebacker and having to read run and pass, he's going to be a little hesitant.
Slow, yeah.
Yeah, but once he gets his run reads down and his pass reads, he's going to be a lot better.
Well, what have you seen from him as an edge? I know it's not been a ton of reps, but to me it seems like he's still learning the position. Like he did not play it a ton at Alabama, so it's exciting that he's playing it, but he's still pretty raw at it, in my opinion. But obviously, you're a Eagles Hall of Famer.
I think that he has great hand placement when he talks about shocking the tackle or keeping people off his body when he's trying to figure out run or pass. He's just been a little hesitant. And like I said, that's going to happen when you're used to, Ike was a linebacker. So when Ike was out there pass rushing, his instincts tell him to read run first.
Tell him how I got hit in the face like regularly out there.
No, listen. I got hurt one year,
yeah.
Right? And they put Ike at D lineman.
Yeah, on third down.
Boy, they were, listen.
And that's basically Jihad's size, too.
Yeah.
Hell no, he was bigger than I was at that time.
No, and I remember
I was 220 pounds.
And he was mad at me because I got hurt.
I'm getting smacked in the face by these tackles, man.
I mean, it's just something you have to get used to doing. You know what I mean? Just like when I used to hate dropping into coverage because it was not what I wanted to do instinctually.
Right. Yeah.
What about the idea of spying Jackson Dart?
Yeah.
A bit, but what pros and cons of spying Jackson Dart? Can you catch him?
I will say this. I feel like, and you could talk about this as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this defense is fast enough that initially you don't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Because you can get to him.
Because you have the speed. Like when you
I
talk,
don't know.
you don't feel like that?
No.
But he when you're young at a quarterback at that position, he's athletic. His instinct is to take off.
Okay.
Like he's so to Dave's point, having great coverage back there, and then he extends the play and takes off. It is beneficial to have somebody with the eye on him. Yeah. Because the running element is a big part of his game right now, and that's how he picks up first down. So that athletic instinct that he has always says, I can run and get it.
I can make it happen.
Yeah, I can make it. And you got to think about it. He doesn't have his weapons out there. Yeah,
So I don't know about that. He has Darius Slayton back. He's got Wandale
yeah,
Robinson.
yeah.
They've got tight ends that are good.
Well, I'm thinking he doesn't have neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some of the worst skill players in the league.
I agree with you guys. His legs are the biggest
Slayton's
challenge.
Okay, yeah.
And he threw for 283 and 3 touchdowns last week against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point.
But he's a good player, Spurs. No, he's a good player.
He
reminds me of Baker.
But that's why it's so interesting to me how Vic can adjust today and do things that maybe we haven't seen a lot of. We all kind of think of Vic as being this very basic coach who uses personnel. Well, the personnel that we're used to seeing is not there today. So how does he maximize what he has?
Yeah, it's an important matchup. And look, Hugh always says it's 4 games on a quarterback, you kind of get a book. This is 5th start, so hopefully Vic has enough to make those adjustments. All right, Dave, we appreciate it. Excited for this one today. This is the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC. Used with permission.
Hey, it's Rhea Hughes. Fall is upon us, and now is the perfect time to head over to Lexus of Cherry Hill for the L Certified Fall Collection sales event. It's much nicer than pumpkin spice. They have over 300 new and L Certified pre-owned Lexus to choose from. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For every car sold during October, a donation will be made to Virtua's breast cancer patient and early detection programs. Stop in, see my friend Tony Labello and his team, or visit online at lexusofcherryhill.com. Lexus of Cherry Hill, family owned and operated.
Where will Jalen look this year? Left, right, over the middle? He's a smart guy. He'll be looking for the Deborah Heart and Lung Center Red Zone, and with good reason. Like the Birds, Deborah has raised the bar on cardiac excellence by being named a high-performing hospital by U.S. News and World Report. And our alliance with Cleveland Clinic Heart, Vascular, and Thoracic Institute means that our patients get the highest quality of care that they deserve. After all, when it's your heart, your red zone, you don't take chances. DemandDeborah.org.
Get my neck roll! Ike Reese here, and I know about tackling. And you know what? You can tackle your game day menu this season with the official hot dog of the Philadelphia Eagles from Dietz & Watson. Fire up that grill at the tailgate with perfectly smoked premium franks and sausages in bold flavors like jalapeno cheddar and bacon cheddar. Sandwiches are always better with freshly sliced meats and artisan cheeses from Dietz & Watson. Head to DietzandWatson.com to find a local retailer near you. Dietz & Watson, it's a family thing.
From Westchester to Doylestown, from Drexel Hill to Lansdale to Philly, we all look out for each other, stepping up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years, and that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you. Learn more at IBX.com.
The working families of La Una Neighbors District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Neighbors District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Neighbors, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Licit Fund.
It's Extreme Green, the new scratch-off from the PA Lottery. With top prizes of $500,000, you may be seeing green, like so much so your friends may be green with envy. With scratch-offs from the PA Lottery, you'll have the green light for fun. Get yours today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
It's Extreme Green, the new scratch-off from the PA Lottery. With top prizes of $500,000, you may be seeing green, like so much so your friends may be green with envy. With scratch-offs from the PA Lottery, you'll have the green light for fun. Get yours today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles, alongside Ike Reese, Hugh Douglas, Elliott Shore Parks. I'm Joe Giglio as we get set for the 5-2 Eagles and the 2-5 New York Giants. All right, guys, you know what we haven't done much of this season as Devin Caney sits down to join us? We have not, Elliott, discussed the NFC East. You know, last year it was the Eagles and the Commanders, right? It was clear those were the top two teams. They ended up meeting in the championship game in the NFC. Elliott, how do you view the division right now? Giants obviously have a little more spark to them, but they're 2-5. The Washington Commanders have been banged up the whole year, including their quarterback now missing his third game. All of a sudden, the Dallas Cowboys look like they may be the team we got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are the biggest threat to the Eagles, but I don't think any of these teams are a big enough threat where the Eagles should not win the division. Even not playing their best football, even with the up and downs on offense, injuries on defense, the Eagles are far and away the best team in the division, and you can see that in the books. They're the heaviest favorite to win their division of every division in football. So Washington taking a very predictable step back. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs.
I agree.
The Giants obviously aren't going to make the playoffs. So it's really just the Cowboys with the way Dak is playing. That's a bit worrisome, but their defense is pretty bad. So I think the Eagles are comfortably on their way to, what would Kyle say, sleepwalk their way?
He did.
Sleepwalk their way to repeating as division champs.
Devin Caney joining us here, Eagles
Hello.
sideline. Devin, how are you?
I'm good, guys.
Dev.
How are you?
We're good. We're ready for a little revenge spot against the Giants. What's your feeling on this one? Because we just saw this team 2 weeks ago. Obviously did not work out well for the Eagles that day, but I think today's going to be a different day. What are you feeling, Devin?
So I felt a lot more confident about this game earlier in the week before I realized just how bad the injury situation was. Not that I was hopeful that Cam Jurgens was going to play, because I didn't even see him, around the facility or out there at practice where a guy like A.J. Brown, he's still out there, he's still around. That being said, I still think it's a really good revenge spot. I think especially with the defense, from talking to guys like Reed Blankenship, from talking to guys like Jalen Carter, who didn't play in this first matchup, they're not going to say it because I think they do a really good job of not providing, bulletin board material, but you can just tell from their comments that they're pissed about how that first game went, and they want to get their lick back against this Giants team, and I think that they will.
Hugh, do you think it's a good thing the matchup is so quick? I mean, in general, you think, you don't want to face team twice in 3 weeks, but I kind of like that it's so quickly afterwards. That way you could get right back at them.
Yeah, especially after you got your ass whooped the way that you did. You want to hurry up and get that taste out of your mouth. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, you're right.
Family show.
Kind of like that Rams situation. Remember, we beat the brakes off the Rams, and all they're talking about is the next time that they play each other. That might not, what I mean? They're talking about in the playoffs, but this team, the way that they acted, yes, can't wait. Even though you had a game sandwich in between, I'm pretty sure you went out there and you were thinking about that ass whooping that the Giants put on you, and the fact that they're out there doing backflips and twerking and whatever the hell else they were doing.
Yeah. Well, and they were
the
so
Dougie
obnoxious
Yeah.
about it. And from what I took away from my conversations, throughout the locker room just these past 2 weeks, even not just this week, it's that they were out physical, but mostly out energy. The energy on the Giants sideline was just you could feel it on the Eagles sideline because they had nothing. The defense has talked about how they need to get going really early. They were kind of shell-shocked that the Giants offense went down and just started, piling on early in that game.
Running roughshod.
And I think that Reed Blankenship had a quote, and I'm paraphrasing here, but it was just just chill out and have fun out there, and they didn't do that in the Thursday night game. I think that they'll do that today.
But I also think the Eagles did create this problem. The last time the Eagles played the Giants were coming off losing to maybe the worst team in the NFL, the New Orleans Saints. So the Eagles created the fact that the Giants have belief today. They created the fact that Jackson Dart is a thing, that Cam Scatterbo is a thing. So they have to go out today and squash the problem they created.
I agree with that, Elliot. They've given a franchise that, like Ike said very eloquently in the first segment, though not everyone heard it, that has been dead for 12 years. I mean, they have. They have a little bit of life now. That's real. Devin, what's your thought on the passing game today without A.J.? So no A.J. today with a hamstring injury. It sounds like Jahan Dotson's going to get that spot.
Yeah, I mean, and Darius Cooper was activated. I mean, I think that we probably won't see what we saw last Sunday, where the passing game just popped off with AJ and Devontae. I think Devontae will get a lot of action as well. But guys, I'm hopeful that Saquon Barkley can finally have his breakout game, which feels insane to say in week 8 of the season. But he started to have some good runs early last week, and then Cam Jurgens went down. I'm hoping that maybe with a full week of practice with Brett Toth at center, they can get something going with that run game. And I think, we talk about revenge games. Saquon Barkley's a good guy. He's never going to say, I want to get revenge. But the way that the Giants handled him specifically, during and after that game up in New York, I think Saquon Barkley, it would be really cool to see him get some revenge on this Giants team.
I could use the first big Saquon Barkley game of the season. It's been for a player as great as he is, it's too long. It's too many games where it just feels like he's not really part of it.
That's why I'm putting this game on the offensive line. I really am. If the offensive line can get back to anything close to resembling the form in which or the level they played at last year, this offense is going to click and it's going to run today. The Giants have a good front four. They're young, but the Eagles can't allow themselves to get behind schedule. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 17, stupid penalties, things of that nature, taking ridiculous sacks. You can't do that. That's how you keep a team like the Giants in the game. But if they come out running the ball like that, and I expect them to do like they did last week, albeit it wasn't at a large clip, but they came out committed to running the ball. They do that today, they're going to establish an identity and a personality for this game that they can lean on. And it's about time that this offensive line actually took over a game from the running game standpoint. They've gotten a pass all year long.
So I see this game a little bit differently, I think, than you guys. I agree seeing Saquon go off today for the first time all year would be awesome, but I think the Giants are coming into this game and saying, Jalen beat us from the pocket with Devontae and Jahan Dotson, and I would give Jalen a chance to do that. Like, I'm not saying completely abandon the run, but if the Giants are going to stack the box, if they're going to run blitz,
still got to run it.
I don't know if you do. Like, you're getting such advantageous passing looks at that point, and against a banged-up secondary, I would try. To me, I think the running game is already kind of won going into this game. We know that they're going to play the run to stop the run, so the passing game is going to have good looks. I would go out and try to pass it.
So I like the idea, but they also have to protect their defense. So you pass it a lot, and you have 3 and outs, and then
to what Ike said, one of the reasons they've been behind the stick so much is because their running game has not been.
That's why they got to be better.
Well, no, I agree. If they can be better, that would be ideal.
Someone else we aren't mentioning, isn't it National Tight Ends Day?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when that became a thing.
I got Goddard about 3 years ago.
Well, I got a whole parlay of tight end touchdowns.
I love it.
For some reason, I can't get on FanDuel.
His gift is going to be run blocking all day. That's his national tight end.
No, it could be a day. Could be
red zone. We need him in the red zone.
That is right.
Career
Devin,
high in touchdowns.
There we go. Devin, we appreciate you hopping on. We'll be listening on the sidelines. All right. This is, of course, the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
This holiday season, elevate your corporate celebration at Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse in Philadelphia. Indulge in chef-driven creations, from perfectly seared steaks to fresh seafood, all paired with signature cocktails and world-class wines. Our private and semi-private dining rooms create the ideal setting, whether it's a festive holiday party, corporate luncheon, or a business gathering. And with dedicated private dining coordinators, every detail is designed to impress. Make your holiday event unforgettable. For more information, visit delfriscos.com. Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse, where celebration meets perfection.
It's the Pick of the Patch sale here at Colonial Hyundai. Hi, it's John Asho, the Car Czar. Now through October 31st at Colonial, pick your favorite from over 200 vehicles in stock. You can even carve down your monthly payment. Spice up your driveway this fall. Pick from the choice of a new Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, or the award-winning Tucson for just $199 per month. Like pumpkin spice lattes, these incentives won't last long. Or shop us online 24/7 at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
Of course, we all need to save a little cash these days. Saving money on your utility bills is a great start. Sign up for the CNC Heating and Air Conditioning Maintenance Plan. Minimize the wear and tear of your system and lower your energy bills this winter. If your HVAC needs replacing, CNC makes budgeting for your new system a snap with 0% financing options. Schedule an estimate today with CNC Heating and Air Conditioning, your local York certified comfort experts. Start saving today. Visit cc-hvac.com.
It's football season. Time to fire up the grill and bring your A game to the tailgate. Whether it's delicious Hatfield bacon to kick off your day or tender, juicy marinated pork tenderloin sizzling for halftime, Hatfield's got your menu covered for every fan feast. From the coin toss to the final whistle, Hatfield brings bold flavor to every play. Find your game day favorites at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Fall is in the air. The leaves are turning, the games are on, and it's the perfect season for something truly one of a kind. At Cozy Jewelers in Newtown Square, custom jewelry isn't just a service, it's a passion. For 35 years, this family-owned business has created timeless, handcrafted pieces that tell your story, all designed and made in-house. And when it comes to jewelry that stands out, don't forget the 5th C. Cut, color, clarity, carat, and cozy. Make this fall unforgettable with Cozy Jewelers.
Hey, Joe DeCamera here. Have you always wanted an attractive, healthy smile? Well, PI Dental Center is the place for you. I've been a patient for 24 years, and PI Dental Center has been transforming smiles for 38 years. Board-certified specialists, Dr. Glenn Wolfinger and Dr. Robert Slough, perform complex dental makeovers with their Teeth-in-a-Day protocol, where dental implants are placed and restored with fixed teeth in just one day. If you're looking for a smile that's monumental, trust PI Dental Center. Visit PIDentalCenter.com. That's PIDentalCenter.com.
The working families of Black-owned Labor District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Labor District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Laborers, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Licit Fund.
Tired of looking at your ugly old slippery bathtub? You don't have to any longer. Call PJ Fitzpatrick. The jacuzzi shower system from PJ Fitzpatrick features a low entry threshold with tons of design options. The jacuzzi shower is luxurious, affordable, and it installs in just 1 day. Plus, PJ will include a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Visit trustpj.com today for your free design consultation. That's trustpj.com.
Birds fans will tell you the other team might not notice the early warning signs of trouble, like the quick hits, the pressured throws, the third and longs. Heart failure can sneak up on you too. The early warning signs can be subtle: sudden weight gain, loss of appetite, persistent cough, and more. It's a serious condition that needs expert care from a team like Deborah Heart and Lung Center. So if something's just not right, take a time out and ask a Deborah specialist. DemandDeborah.org.
This is the Verizon Pregame Show on Eagles Radio.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by Pro Football Hall of Famer Eric Allen. We're excited to talk to him. We had him on last year before he was inducted. Now he is. And, guys, he was a great corner. We're also talking about Brandon Graham, a great edge rusher, coming back here soon. Trade deadline is 9 days away. Ike, what are you thinking from the Eagles' perspective as buyers here? Like, if you're Howie Roseman, what are you looking for the most over the next 9 days?
Well, here's the thing. I would never count Howie out of making some type of move. I just don't know how significant of a move it will be. Unfortunately for Howie and us as Eagles fans, the league is so close right now from a record standpoint.
Yep.
How many good players are available that you could get that could actually help us? So if you're talking, in other words, I don't know how many teams out there are want to be willing to give away a good player because they are still in playoff contention.
And if they are willing, there's probably 7 teams that want that same player as the Eagles.
Right.
But it changes the market, yeah.
So we take Trey Hendrickson, right? Because we have to think about what level of player will we get in here that would actually make a difference. You just want to bring a body in here. Yeah, they can go find a body. We brought back BG. No disrespect, but we
kind of
no, it's not. But I'm saying that's what they did. They went and got a body.
No, you're right. You're right.
But if you want to get somebody of significance, you're not going to get a 37-year-old off his couch to come and play. If you want to trade Hendrickson or Max Crosby, that's going to cost you an awful lot. Are the Eagles willing to pay that?
I don't know. And they've made a lot of trades already this season, right? Since training camp started,
Yes.
they've given away a lot of picks for depth pieces. So
And if
I
Max
don't know.
Crosby is truly available, the Cowboys can use Max Crosby, right? Like, so like, there's other teams. Are you willing to get in a bidding war for these players? I think something could be done, but I don't think anything significant is going to be done.
Elliot, what's your read? I know for me, if I could add one position, it's a second corner. I think they have potential solutions at edge. I'm not sure we have a potential solution at second corner. That's the spot I would address.
Yeah, and I also think opposing offenses can isolate the second corner in a way they can't isolate an edge rusher. Like, I think edge rusher is obviously a need for this team, but a second corner is as well. Like, we'll see how Keeley does out there today. Adoree Jackson's been on and off the field, but the other part of this is Howie has very few holes on his resume as a general manager. Obviously, he's probably going to the Hall of Fame. He's great at many things. His trade deadline trades have been bad. Like, not just, like average, they've been not good. Like, the picks he's given up.
Well, Jay Ajayi was good.
Jay Ajayi was, but that was almost 10 years ago.
Well, I'm just saying it
yeah.
happened.
But, like, Jannard Avery, Golden Tate worked out, I guess, to an extent.
I mean, Golden Tate caught a big touchdown in a playoff game.
The other edge rusher they traded for,
Robert Quinn.
Robert Quinn, right.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was a waste.
So, he has
Kevin Byard.
Yeah, that was he's actually better now.
Yeah, he is.
Kevin Byard, yeah. But, like, he has the assets to go make a trade, but this team has not really shown a track record of bringing a guy in at the deadline and using him that year. So to Ike's point, like they'll go get somebody, but we probably all need to accept to a certain degree, unless they're trading AJ for like somebody, that this roster is what the roster is for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I expect them to be aggressive. They always are. But I do wonder how many more picks he's willing to give up. They've traded a lot. Now, not their highest picks. But
they have that Jets third-round pick.
That's
that
a huge
could
one.
be the first pick of the third round. That's a big-time asset.
That is a huge asset. All right, coming up on the other side, Eric Allen joins us. This is the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
Last week, the hunt was on.
It's intercepted. Jalen Hunt for a touchdown.
And Jalen was perfect.
First to A.J. Brown. Magnificent.
Today, two NFC East rivals collide for the second time in 3 weeks.
Our job is to get ready for every opponent the exact same way, and we'll be doing that this week.
It's a fight in South Philly as the Eagles host the Giants. Today's game is sponsored in part by PNC Bank, PDQ Restaurant Point of Sale Systems, Verizon, NovaCare Rehabilitation, your Delaware Valley Honda dealers, Deborah Heart and Lung Center, Acme, and Piazza Auto Group. You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Welcome to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. We get you set for the Eagles and the Giants at 1:05 today, alongside Ike Reese, Hugh Douglas, Elliott Shore-Parks. I'm Joe Giglio. Let's give it up, a round of applause for an Eagles great, and now a Pro Football Hall of Famer, Eric Allen, joining us on the Pregame Show. Eric, congratulations, right. And how are you today?
It's great. It's perfect today, man. What a better place, be in a better place than here on Football Sunday, so I'm excited to be here.
Eric, before we get into today and you being back here again, take us through what it was like. What was it like when you got that call? What was it like after all those years to get the call to become a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, it was just kind of numbing, really. Randall McDaniel is a dear friend of mine. And we went on a recruiting trip together in college, and he was the one who knocked on the door to let me know. And just kind of seeing him in that gold jacket and knowing that I was in the club now was really special. And that from that moment until right now, it's just kind of been this amazing roller coaster ride that seems to never surprise me. But something that, the family and all the fan base has really welcomed me into the Hall of Fame. And it's just been an incredible 6 or 7 months.
They got the statue over here.
Yeah,
right?
The bust. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what do you think of the statue? I feel like yours looks awesome. Sometimes people can be a little hit or miss, but what do you think of the statue?
Well, my boys, I have 4 sons, and they wanted me to go with the the '88 high top fade. I was like, no, we can't go with the Philly fade.
That's a good look.
But my wife, I think, did a good job of choosing, the proper segue between, the 88 and the 94, 95 with the Mini Pro. So as long as the wife is good, I'm good.
Yeah, and it looks good, man. I'll tell you, has it been everything you sort of thought it would be? I know, it took a while.
Yeah.
And your numbers certainly speak for itself, but you represent an era of football, at least for us as Eagles and Eagles fans,
right,
that is near and dear to this fan base's heart. You joined the great Reggie White, being in there, and there's a couple other players that could have received that honor as well. What's that been like for you?
Yeah,
that you finally get a chance to know what this is.
Yeah, that's a great question, and because of there's so many of that those teammates who are not here, right? It's my responsibility to kind of represent, that era. And obviously, we all, followed and were in awe of Reggie. But for him not to be here, myself and hopefully Seth in the near future gets there, and maybe Clyde. So we need some more representation, of those Eagles football teams in the Hall of Fame. And I talk about players all the time, and one person in particular
is Buddy Ryan. I'm not sure if there's a better defensive coordinator that has ever been on the planet as far as how he changed the game of football right now. I'm not sure, if you turn on the television on Saturday or Sunday, there's some form of defense that the team is playing that Buddy Ryan was responsible for. So, it was just a amazing time to be here and play football for Buddy Ryan, and also Bud Carson, who was just an extraordinary, brilliant man himself. So, yes, I really believe that it's my responsibility to represent that time in Philadelphia.
You also played in an era where, this team was led by its defense.
Yeah.
And this city has always been a defensive first
That's right.
sort of mindset
That's
city.
right, yep.
And when Hugh played for obviously the great Jim Johnson,
Yeah.
we were on those defenses, but it was being compared to you all's defense
Right.
that we sort of felt like we had to live up to that standard as a defense. What's that like going into a game or going into a season knowing that the pressure or responsibility is on your side of the football as depending on the team's success?
Well, this radio audience is very mature and kind of understands what's happening back here in Philadelphia. The Buddy Ryan era was all about the front seven. How much pressure we can get on the quarterback. I can care less about what happens in the back end, right? So you were there to kind of survive for yourself. You need to find a way to make some plays, in order to make Buddy happy. When Bud got here, we were more of a multi kind of diverse defense where, I would be on one side with one receiver and we played man on that side, and the other side we'd be zone. Yeah, Bud Carson. Yes. So, the changes and the way we attacked offenses were definitely different, but the one thing that was constant was our confidence going into every season when we had Reggie, Jerome, Clyde, Seth, Dre, Wes, myself, Ben Smith, who was injured early in his career, but was a terrific football player. And we thought if we just had some consistency, from injuries with Randall or the passing of our offensive coordinator in 1989, if we just had some consistency offensively, we could have had the opportunity to maybe do something real special.
Eric, I'm kind of curious because you seem like you were the type of person in the defense that really didn't have a whole lot to say. You kind of went out there and just kind of did your job. What was it like playing with Seth? Because Seth just like we know Seth.
You know it.
We know Seth, the broadcaster.
That's right.
But what was Seth like, the player?
Oh my goodness, man! I mean, the practices really is where he kind of. You felt, his passion for the game and his leadership, and it's really difficult to lead from an edge position. Even if you're the great Reggie White, you're on the edge right there, and you're battling with that tackle, that guard. It's hard to lead from an edge position, a corner, a defensive end. But in the middle of the football field, where you have to sacrifice your body, where you have to be ultra vocal, you have to be the lead dog. That's where Seth lived, and in practice, it was no joke. We would have to run plays over and over. The coaches didn't have to say a thing. If it wasn't good for Seth, we'd have to run the plays over and over. I mean, just an incredible teammate, an amazing leader, and hopefully he's able to join us with this gold jacket soon in Canton.
Yep.
Eric, what is it like for you to be here today? It feels like the perfect day. The Kelly Greens are out there. And NFC East matchup. This feels like the 80s all over again.
That's right. It does. And I'm so excited to be back. This is fan base like no other, like I said earlier. And to be here on, a Sunday when the city basically shuts down for the Birds. I mean, this team and this city is all about the Eagles, and they've had so much success in the last 10 to 15 years. And one thing I'd like to say, I hope they don't take it for granted, because this thing can go in a blink of an eye. They've been really fortunate to have great football teams with great players, great staffs, and I really hope that, and they know that we play for them, and they kind of set the standard of what this team has to be about the toughness and those things. But it's a really good time right now to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
I wanted to ask you about Quinyon Mitchell. It's his first year as being the guy. Last year he had a great year, but he had Darius Slay. He had that veteran.
Yeah.
You know well what it's like to be that dude on the outside.
Right.
When you make that transition from being a cornerback to a number 1 cornerback, what's that like, and what have you seen from him this year?
Well, I think he thrives in that scenario, in that pressure. I mean, he does an incredible job. I think one thing to his advantage is he didn't come from a big school. So when you don't come from a big school, when you come from a mid-major, what happens is you don't have the opportunities to just have a quarterback only have 1 second because you have all these dogs up front. You got to earn your respect. You got to earn your coverage opportunities, and he's done that. And that's made him a really tough cover in the league. And I just like his development. The only thing I like to see with all your corners after they get comfortable with their techniques and their skill set, be able to get the ball.
Yeah.
Take the ball away. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. Get that thing, and put it in the end zone to give your team opportunities to get more possession.
How many of them things you have, E?
Did anyone out there know how many interceptions I had?
54.
There you go.
54.
Yeah. Joe, he was asking the crowd.
Joe hopped in there.
Joe had a fan.
Let me tell you.
Hey, all in the corner too, and I think that's a different detail.
That's a lot of interceptions.
Yeah. For if you're a safety, and no respect to anyone who went from corner and played safety, but my opportunities at corner are much different, because if I'm locking a guy down, the quarterback has the opportunity to go to the middle and go to the other side. If I'm playing free safety, I'm playing over top like center field.
Yeah.
So there's a difference when we talk about numbers and we talk about interceptions. There's a cornerback class, there's a safety class, there's a linebacker class. And you have to know the details to be able to really kind of understand who is really balling in the game.
They also didn't throw it 70 times a game back in the day, too.
That man,
That's right.
that man played.
Quinion's got a ton of targets coming his way these days. Yeah.
He played real man-to-man coverage.
Yeah.
A lot of man-to-man coverage there.
Yeah.
Eric, listen, we appreciate you hopping on. Congratulations. Give it up for Pro Football Hall of Famer Eric Allen.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you. All right, coming up on the other side, Merrill Reese will join us with his keys to the game. This is the Eagles Radio Network, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
Football fans don't just watch the game, they live it. From pregame rituals to postgame celebrations, PNC is proud to be presenting sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network and a devoted fan just like you. Fans who show up in full force in every kind of weather, because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of face paint, tailgates, and all the things that make game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Eagles. I've called games in every stadium in the league. There's one thing I've learned. Connection matters. That's why I'm partnering with Verizon and made the switch. From the press box to the parking lot, the coverage is flawless. No dropped calls, no lag, just reliable service wherever I go. So if you're thinking about switching, trust me, Verizon's got you. Get to your local Verizon store today.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious, with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
At Hand & Stone, you get what you really need. Fewer messages and more massages. Right now, with the special introductory offer at just $79.95, you can disconnect and experience a restorative massage or a rejuvenating facial. When the digital world has you drained, the licensed experts help restore you. With over 600 Hand & Stone locations nationwide, relief is always nearby. So press pause on the stress and book your escape today at handandstone.com or just stop by your local spa.
Clogged toilet, leaky faucet on 1. Ready?
Uh-oh, you got a plumbing problem blitzing through the line. Time to audible and call in the pros. Roto-Rooter is your go-to defense for clogs, leaks, and any plumbing fix. Call the right play and download the Roto-Rooter app and easily book an appointment and receive exclusive service discounts. Touchdown! Don't get sacked by plumbing issues. Call in Roto-Rooter. your MVP for plumbing solutions. Download the app today and score big on savings.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Are you still trying to get your kitchen situated for sports season? Get it done already at Gerhardt's Appliance. Gerhardt's has been in the appliance game for over 80 years. That's 8 decades of keeping Philly's kitchens and laundry rooms running like champions. And just like the Birds, we bring the best playbook. We're talking unbeatable pricing and exclusive rebates on all the cooking products and appliance packages you'll need to bleed green. Gerhardt's, Philly's home field appliance advantage. Gerhardt or go home. Celebrate the Philadelphia Eagles' historic World Championship victory with the official fan jewelry collection from Jason of Beverly Hills. Shop everything from rings and necklaces to bracelets, earrings, and more. All inspired by the 2024 championship rings worn by the team. This exclusive collection honors the heart, grit, and glory of the Eagles' triumph on football's biggest stage. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of Eagles history. See the entire line now at jasonofbh.com/Eagles.
This Eagles season, get in the game in Acme and enter their Swoop In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win Eagles tickets, autographed jerseys, helmets, or more. Download the Acme app or visit acmemarkets.com/swoopinandwin for more details. Plus, save 5% when you shop on game days wearing your Eagles apparel. Acme makes sure Eagles fans have all their game day needs. Don't miss the football deal of the week. Nabisco family-sized Triscuits, Ritz crackers, Chips Ahoy, or Tate's cookies, all $3.99 each. Acme, the official supermarket of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Breaking down this Giants-Eagles game tomorrow on the afternoon show, 2 to 6, WIP.
You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. We get set for a big one in the NFC East with the Eagles looking to get to 6-2. Joining us now from the booth, the voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese. Merrill, how you doing?
Pondering why Big Blue, as they're known, usually wears white and red.
That is a good question, Merrill. On the road, they're not Big Blue. They're Big White, they're Big Red, and hopefully they're Big Losers 3 hours from now. Merrill, let's get to your keys to the game for the Eagles to get some revenge on that Big Blue team.
Well, number one, put the clamps on Giants rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, both as a passer and a runner. The elusive former Ole Miss star constantly made plays against the Eagles October 9th at MetLife.
He did. They were really good on third down, and that really was the difference in the football game. That and a couple misplays by the Eagles offense. Got to keep them and keep the defense, get them off the field, Merrill. How about key number two?
Stop the Giants' running game. Win the battle of the trenches. The Giants had their way in game one when their other star rookie, Cam Spadaro, accumulated 99 yards. You can still remember when they were just pushing the Eagles downfield. Nothing spectacular, nothing unexpected. It was just their line pushing the Eagles D.
Yeah, it was eye-opening, especially because I didn't see it coming, Merrill. It was the kind of thing where we hadn't seen that in this matchup for a long time. That's got to change today. Merrill, how about key number three for the Eagles to get their 6th win of the year?
Okay, number three, repeat their thrilling deep passing performance that struck in Minnesota. Jalen Hurts is as adept with the long throws as any quarterback in the NFL. Feed number 6 and maybe number 2.
Yeah, it could be that kind of day, Merrill. There's no A.J. Brown, but yeah, you're right. Jalen Hurts was awesome with the deep passes last week, and the Giants are banged up on the outside today, so maybe we see a repeat performance. Merrill, we appreciate you hopping on as always. It's a great day for a football game. Have a great broadcast. We'll be listening.
It is a great day. You guys enjoy it. It's a beautiful day, and it's great to see the Kelly Green.
It is perfect for football. There he goes, the voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese. All right, guys, let's play off of one thing Merrill said there, that because of the A.J. stuff, the injury and drama we didn't talk about, that was the day Jalen Hurts had last week, Elliott. A perfect passer rating. Has the passing game turned the corner?
I don't think you can say it's turned the corner yet, but I do think there's been some really encouraging
trending in the
signs.
right direction.
Yeah.
Tighten up, big dog.
Even outside of the Minnesota game,
look, it's
spread it all over this.
I know we all squinched up when Eric Allen got here, but even outside of the Minnesota game, I thought there were some signs against the Giants and against the Broncos where there were guys that were open. And the ball didn't get there for one reason or another. So
that happens every game.
I'm saying,
everybody.
in the first few weeks, no one's open.
How many incompletions did he have last week? 3?
3 or 4.
Yeah. One of them was a throwaway?
Yeah.
perfect quarterback rating?
158.3, I agree.
Oh, man, Elliot, just simply say the passing game has evolved and it's turning the corner.
I feel like Ike's misinterpreting what I'm saying here.
I
I'm
totally
saying,
am.
Yeah, for a few weeks it's been going in the right direction. Like I think
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I said I think it's turned a corner. Do I think it's like back and they're going to get 300 yards every week? I'm not that confident.
Well, let me tell you, compared to what it was last year when they were averaging $150.
Well, compared to September. I mean, October compared to September, it's night and day.
We haven't seen this passing game look this good since, 2022?
No, I agree. Kevin Patullo is doing an awesome job getting these guys open and doing different things with the offense to get the passing game going.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I think that's fair to point out, right? There was a lot on Patullo in the first month of the season, but there are guys open, and we saw it last week. If Jalen is on point with his deep shots, they're going to move the ball in the air.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen this kid throw the ball deep with deep accuracy. Now, it doesn't mean he's never going to miss a throw.
Yeah.
And then some misses are egregious. You just can't have those misses.
The ones to Devontae 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, those are egregious. You can't have that. And quite frankly, when you're in a sort of blitz situation and you know what's going on, how about look to your top receivers versus trying to look to the third option in the receiver route? Then we got A.J. for a touchdown. That being said, compared to where it was, and what I'd seen for the most part last year, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that Jalen is getting back to being confident, throwing the ball with some anticipation, and I think the more that he can just throw the ball freely and spread the ball around versus trying to force the ball somewhere, he's going to be even better as a passer. That's why I'm excited to see today's game.
And what was so encouraging about the Vikings' performance was that was a defense, in some ways, like in the past, tailor-made to stop Jalen, right?
Yep.
A lot of zone defense, a lot of complicated blitz looks, a lot of pre-snap reads that change once the ball snapped with guys moving around. And he looked so comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah.
My favorite part of him last week was he moved to throw. Like the one where he scrambled right and then hit A.J. by the sideline.
Best throw, yeah.
The 3rd and 13.
Sometimes he moves to run, Elliott. And I thought last week he moved to throw. He reshuffled his feet to throw.
Yeah.
Like he does that with the receivers we usually have. I know A.J.'s out today. There's going to be shots to be made.
Yeah, so there's always a lot of debate about how good of a passer Jalen is. I think what's not up for debate is he is one of the best third down quarterbacks in the NFL. It feels like every single week the passing game can be a little inconsistent, but 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, he finds guys down the field, and that's why he wins so many games. The reason the Eagles win so many games is because they win in situational football. They win on 3rd down, obviously we know on 4th down with the tush push, and then in the red zone. And Jalen excels in all of those areas.
All right, coming up, we will get to ESP's 3 keys to the game before we get to our predictions. Totally. He was great. This is the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
Hey, y'all, do your thing. DIY's the American dream. Doing some construction, y'all. Don't be dumb. Make sure you call 811. Yeah. Call 811. Yeah. Mark the lines, know what's below. Don't cause a neighborhood power to blow. Flags and lines put on your grass, or oh no, now you smell gas. 811, yeah. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. Find out more at pa1call.org.
Merrill Reese here to talk about my friends at NovaCare Rehabilitation. Being an Eagles fan is serious business with no time for aches and pain. The physical therapist at NovaCare will help make sure you stay healthy, active, and doing the activities you love, like cheering on the Eagles. With more than 150 convenient locations throughout the Delaware Valley and South Jersey, visit NovaCare.com to schedule an appointment. NovaCare is the official physical therapy provider to the Philadelphia Eagles. Experience the power of physical therapy.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2026 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or 2026 HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
This is Mike Quick. Get rid of those flimsy tablets and slow computers and get your team the game changer in
point-of-sale solutions for restaurants, casinos, and bars. PDQ POS. Their state-of-the-art technology ensures that transactions are swift, secure, and hassle-free. But that's not all. PDQ Signature Systems is not just a point-of-sale system, it's a complete business management solution. Join the thousands of companies that have made the switch and upgrade to a customized POS solution from PDQ Signature Systems. Visit pdqpos.com.
Hey, this is Reed Blankenship from the Birds. Bring home more for less at Ashley. Check out these savings.
Holiday steals are here at Ashley. It's the perfect time to get your home ready and save big. From stunning dining sets for all your holiday feasts to super cozy sectionals perfect for movie nights, we have everything you need to make this season magical. Plus, save up to 25% off store-wide or enjoy 5 years no-interest financing. Happening now at Ashley.
Football season is back, so be sure to stock up on the tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
In Philly, the field is sacred, the fans are family, and the energy unmatched. And Lincoln Financial gets it. Since 2003, we've stood with the Eagles through brotherly love and brotherly shoves. And for 120 years, we've been helping Americans with retirement, protection, and workplace solutions built to last. Lincoln Financial, the name behind the Linc. Learn more at LincolnFinancial.com. Lincoln Financial is the marketing name for Lincoln National Corporation and affiliates, copyright 2025.
Game day just got personal. This season, it's not just about showing up, it's about showing out. And as proud partners of the Philadelphia Eagles, Kendra Scott wants to help you bring your own unique style to the sidelines all season long. Shop exclusive green and silver jewelry or customize your own look at Color Bar for the ultimate style showdown. Visit your local Kendra Scott store or kendrascott.com today to build your winning look, where team spirit meets personal style.
Hey everybody, this is Hugh Douglas, and me and my man Joe Giglio, we're going to break down the Eagles tomorrow from 10 to 2 on WIP.
This is the Verizon Pregame Show on Eagles Radio.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. As we draw closer to kickoff at 1:05, we need to get to the keys to the game. Brought to you by United Tire. For the best tire prices anywhere, don't drive alone, drive United.
3 keys with ESP.
ESP.
All right, number one, we're going to do more matchups here, keys as well, but Jahan Dotson versus Deonte Banks. Deonte Banks is awful. He's only going to be out on the field today because the Giants are banged up in the secondary.
Awful.
Jahan Dotson has had a pretty good year when they've thrown him the ball, and against the Giants, he had some big plays. So getting the ball to Jahan Dotson, they're going to focus on Devontae Smith. They're going to focus on Saquon Barkley. Jahan Dotson, I think, can be a big player today.
You know what I think about when you say this? Hugh, we had Jahan Dotson on with us in training camp, and he seemed way more comfortable. He seemed way more ready for his second year as a Philadelphia Eagle. Elliot, this feels like his first real chance to show that if they put him on the field and give him a lot of reps and throw the ball to him, he can make plays.
Also a free agent at the end of the year. It's a big game in that regard. But games like today are exactly why they traded for Jahan Dotson. That's why you give up a third-round pick. That's why you go and trade a decent asset for a number 3 receiver, is because of the importance of the top 2 guys. And one isn't there. By the way, fans getting fired up today.
Oh, they're ready.
I don't think the Giants
These are the lathered up fans.
Yeah, exactly.
In the parking lot getting lathered up.
All right, Elliot, key number 2.
Number 2, you got to tackle Jackson Dart. Last game, they got to Jackson Dart. The interior of that line on the Giants allowed 15 pressures on Dart, and that was with Jalen Carter not even out on the field. So once they get to Dart, they got to bring him down. He really hurt them last game, making plays once the play had broken down. He's a good off-script quarterback. So Jalen Carter today, like we keep saying it every week, welcome yourself to the new season. I think he's been better and better. But I think today has a chance to be a really, really big Jalen Carter today, and that starts with bringing down Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I thought he played well last week, and they need him to. And speaking of Dart, first 3 games in the NFL, only Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Jackson Dart ran for 50 yards as a quarterback. I mean, that guy can move, so we got to keep him contained. I like that one. How about key number 3, Elliot?
shut down Cam Spadaro. Like, Nakobe Dean is going to be out there today. Everyone says Cam Spadaro looking for contact.
Got a gold grill, too.
Nakobe looks for contact. But
who got a gold grill?
Spadaro got a new grill. He got some
Paul,
ice grill. He got the Paul Wall.
He got Paul Wall vibes for sure.
He got Paul. He looking like Paul Wall.
Bubba Sparks?
Yeah, exactly right. But
you with Bubba Sparks on mine.
Nakobe Dean has added something to this defense since he's come back. Nakobe versus Cam today is a big one.
It's a huge one. Hugh, you've been on that since the last time these two teams played, that Spadaro was kind of the energy for that team.
Man, listen, Spadaro was running fools over, man. It's going to be interesting to see how Nakobe handles that. You know, especially coming off an injury. I'm pretty sure he's watched film. That's a matchup that I'm definitely going to be watching for right there.
Well, Ike, is today the day we see even more Nakobe in the middle, and that means more Jahad Campbell on the edge?
Yeah. I mean, circumstances definitely dictate this. I mentioned earlier, you got to have your best 11 players on the field. Jahad Campbell is one of your best 11 players, so he has to be out there, and so is Nakobe Dean. And Nakobe, I think, brings a physical brand of football that we're missing. I think Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell are both great athletic outside sort of linebackers, meaning weak side linebackers. Nakobe Dean is built to be in that middle playing sideline to sideline.
I also think Nakobe brings a leadership to that defense that they're missing when he's not out there. So credit to him, working back from that injury, being in a place where he can be an impact player. He's been much better than I think any Eagles fan could have expected in his first few games back.
I agree. I thought he looked physically better.
He looked fast, too.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that injury was a tough one to come back from, but that's a big addition to this team. All right, coming up in a few minutes, we will have our predictions on the game. But first, we didn't get a chance to do it earlier. We got to do it right now. Our fan of the game, Ashok, joining us here. Ashok's from San Diego. You should have seen how excited he was to see Hugh Douglas here. He's going to lead us in our Eagles chant.
Nervous.
Ashok, hit us with an Eagles chant.
To the millions and millions of Birds fans from San Diego, all the way across to the eastern shore to Cape May, let me hear an E-A-G-L-E-S! Eagles!
There we
go,
go.
Hugh Douglas. Go, Ike Reese. Go!
Little intro there.
There we go. This is the Eagles Radio Network presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865 on 94 WIP.
Hey, Eagles fans, Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. $20 monthly credit applied over 36 months and times of congestion. Unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
It's football season. Time to fire up the grill and bring your A game to the tailgate. Whether it's delicious Hatfield bacon to kick off your day or tender, juicy marinated pork tenderloin sizzling for halftime, Hatfield's got your menu covered for every fan feast. From the coin toss to the final whistle, Hatfield brings bold flavor to every play. Find your game day favorites at simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
Sitting in the driver's seat of the Nissan Kicks is like the best seat in the house. You're in the action. And with the Nissan Kicks all-wheel drive, you can go find the best views. And with the 10-speaker Bose Personal Plus audio system, you can hear everything. Your new wheels await. Reimagine your ride with the reimagined Nissan Kicks. Now get the 2025 Nissan Kicks starting at just $21,830. Shop your local Nissan store or nissanusa.com. Starting MSRP at $21,830 for base model. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP. MSRP excludes up to $1,495 destination and handling charges, tax, title, and license. Dealer sets actual price.
In this town, champions aren't born, they're built on the field and in care settings across the region. Brandon Graham here to tell you the Philadelphia Eagles and Jefferson Health are teaming up because they know precision matters, because every moment counts, and because care isn't just about what happens on game day, it's about showing up every day for every person in every neighborhood. We're one team with one goal, to care for this community together. Jefferson Health, champions of care.
The Birds are grinding down the defense and chipping away at the score. Modern Group is Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey's banded tree care equipment dealer with hand-fed and whole tree chippers, stump grinders, industrial grinders, and shredders in stock and ready to bring power and performance to your team. Score big with banded equipment backed by Modern's all-brand service and support. Visit moderngroup.com for all your equipment needs. Join a winning team. Modern is hiring technicians, signing bonus, great pay benefits, and employee-owned.
It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A field goal? That's a no. But a honey butter dinner roll? That's a yes. A six-pack of abs? Definitely no. But a six-pack of beer? Uber Eats can get you that. There you have it. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Official on-demand delivery partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Order now.
In Philly, we go all out for what we believe in. And at Lincoln Financial, we're no different. Since 2003, we've been proudly flying alongside Eagles fans everywhere. Since 1905, we've been helping Americans with retirement, protection, and benefit solutions built to last. 120 years in, and just like the Birds, we have no plans on slowing down. Lincoln Financial, the name behind the Linc. Lincoln Financial is the marketing name for Lincoln National Corporation and affiliates. Copyright 2025.
Hear Nick Sirianni's presser after the game on 94 WIP. You're listening to the Verizon Pregame Show on the Eagles Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Verizon Pregame Show, sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Philadelphia Eagles, as we get set for the Eagles and the Giants as the Eagles try to go to 6-2, heading in to their bye, which should be very interesting from a lot of perspectives over the next couple weeks. After that, the Green Bay Packers, the Lions, and the Cowboys. So we got some big games on the horizon, but it starts with this one as a very big game. Hugh Douglas, why don't you start us off here? How does this play out? Who wins today? And your final score, what are you thinking today?
Man, I think that this is going to be a physical confrontation like it always is. This Giants team played with a lot of confidence a few weeks ago. They went out to Denver, and they lost by 1 point. So they're not discouraged in the way that they're thinking, no question about that. I think they're going to come in here, and they're going to play hard, and we're going to have to match their intensity because we didn't do that the last time. I'm thinking the score is going to be 38-31 Eagles.
Whoa,
wow. Go
whoa.
Birds. Go Birds.
It's a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game,
We just
man.
can't gloss over 38-31.
I'm not going to gloss it over, but, hey, listen, this Giants team, they can score points.
Do
How about
they even need
31-28?
AJ?
31-28? 31-28, so that sounds about better.
Oh, you
31-28.
changed it.
I changed it.
Okay.
On the fly.
Okay.
31-28 Birds. Go Birds.
Yeah,
pivot Hugh Douglas.
I do think as we give our predictions, it's going to be interesting off the jump what kind of energy they have, Elliot. Because they either feel good about where they are based on what they were able to start doing last week, right, up in Denver. But I also think there's a chance if the Eagles jump on them, they start doubting themselves. They just gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. We shall see. Elliot, what are you feeling today?
Yeah, today is just a get-a-win day. It's not a style points game. I don't think there's anything you can really prove today. The Eagles are banged up. They're missing a lot of key players. It's a divisional opponent, second time in 3 weeks. Just win the game, and then the Packers and Lions game, I think, could define the season. So I'm going to go Eagles 24, Giants 17.
24-17. So we got a close score from Elliott Shore Parks. We got a close score from Hugh Douglas. I will go next. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. It is a revenge spot. And even with the injuries they have, I know no AJ and there's no Cam Jurgens, I think they're going to take it to the Giants today. This feels like a spot where they can get Jackson Dart to turn the ball over a couple times. 4 games on tape for Vic Fangio. I feel like they're going to make some plays today. The Giants are going to turn it over. I'm going 28-14. The Giants are going to win. The Eagles are going to win this football game over the Giants. 28-14 Eagles.
I like that, Joe G. I'm feeling just about the same. Listen, the Giants, I hope you enjoyed that little win on Thursday night when you were out there celebrating like you won a damn Super Bowl. Don't think we forgot about that. You're backflipping in the end zone. You're trying to do the Dougie, all that nonsense.
Say what you really feel.
Yeah,
right?
We ain't having that today. You get belt, put the ass out there today. I'm going 30-13. A beat down today. Let's go, Birds! Let's go, Birds!
There we go, 30-13 as we close it out with a big prediction.
Get him his neck roll prediction. We haven't had one of those in a minute.
I know.
Yeah.
We needed one of those.
I was bringing it today.
I felt like we needed the energy today.
Enough of the tight games.
Yes, we don't need that.
We maybe gain more yards than the other team, too.
More first downs? We haven't done that once this year.
Nope.
That's got to change today. That does change today. All right.